Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the BNS channel. Kind of some exciting stuff. I had the plumber here for the last 2 days and he finished putting the heat in my office. I am so stinking excited. It's been 4 years that I've been using this portable heater, and I have radiant heat that was installed when we made this room, and it never got zoned into the house because they said that it needed its own zone. And then when I was ready to do it, the plumbers were all out straight. Nobody could come. We only have like 2 available in this area anyway. So today is the day. The heat is on. We're trying to figure out the temperature because radiant heat is a little bit different. But that's cool. So today's a vlog, if you haven't been able to tell by the beginning of this video. You remember last year, because it was so long ago, when I talked to you guys about going on a healthy you know, like a journey, another journey, another journey, right? Well, I need to kind of preface, and I can't remember if I told you guys this or not. I don't think I did. So here goes. Before I left for Cancun, like the Wednesday before, and I left Friday, my doctor told me that I had insulin resistance, which is prediabetes or diabetes type 2. So what she told me is that I can control it with diet and exercise. Meaning diet as in proper eating, proper types of food that I'm having and that sort of thing. Not like as in having a diet. I do need to lose some weight. So hopefully all of this will encompass what needs to happen. And I think it will, because if I keep my mind focused on becoming healthy, I think all of the other things are going to be added bonuses, and I'm okay with that, right? So she put me on a 3-day sugar fast, which today is day 2. And honestly, I'm doing really well. I thought I would have a harder time, and I'm not. And so, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everything is made of sugar. It's insane. Like, everything is made of sugar. And the 3-day sugar fast that she wants me on is no sugar whatsoever. So, like I said, today is day 2. I'm doing well. Yesterday I wasn't getting so much cravings, but today I am. I feel kind of hungry. And so when I feel kind of hungry, I go grab a glass of water and I drink. It's helping. When I'm done my 3-day fast, which is kind of consecutive with what I'm doing after, she's putting me on a version of what she calls the doctor's diet, which is a version of South Beach diet. Now, if you've ever read into I always thought South Beach diet was this fad diet because of the name. I really think they need to come up with a new name, because it was created and tested on South Beach, Florida, of Miami. So that's where South Beach diet comes from, which now I know that, but I didn't know that before, and I thought it was some fad diet for celebrities and whatnot, and I was wrong. It actually is a huge part of the Heart Association. Want to say hi? Want to say hi? Say hi. It's a huge part of the Heart Association's new diet to help with the low fat, the right carbs, right fat kind of stuff. So it's not eliminating anything. It's educating you really on what you should be eating and what you shouldn't be eating. So I'm pretty excited. It's kind of like Atkins because there's not a lot of starches and carbohydrates. But I think I did Atkins once. I've done every diet at least once. I think Atkins is a lot stricter than the South Beach diet is. And after 2 weeks of phase 1, which is the really strict detox time, you kind of start incorporating some of those things back into your diet, and you test it out. If you try a piece of bread and it makes you gain weight, then you need to eliminate it. If you try something and it gives you a bloating feeling, then you need to eliminate it. If you try something and bring it back in and it doesn't bother you, then you can keep it. So it's really about getting to know your own body and what it can tolerate and what it can't tolerate. And on my way to the airport, I listened to the audiobook for the South Beach diet, and there was another one called Wake Up Call. So I got a lot of good education about what fats do and carbs do and processed foods and all of that stuff. And I think it's all stuff that we really already know, but we don't really listen. I think, right? I just don't think that we listen to what we should be eating. Now, as far as exercise, I did do something today. I invested in one of those, the Fitbit Flex. I have the app. If you want to friend me on the app, it's EdieAnne at AIM.com. I don't have my Fitbit yet. I ordered it, and it should be here in a couple days. So I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to gauge a little bit more what my activities are and, what I need to really kind of focus on. So I'm not a great exerciser. I will tell you that right now. I have a treadmill downstairs. I've had it there, and I've barely ever used it. You've seen me go through my phases. It's hard. I mean, none of this is easy. But it's going to be a lifestyle change, and I really think that this is the time that I need to do it. I know it's the beginning of the year, but it's only because that I was diagnosed with my insulin problem. So the sugar fast is to reboot my insulin, because what happens is when you have insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, you eat sugar, 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 sugar. Your insulin goes up with your sugar, okay? That's just something that your body does. So once all of a sudden you crash from the sugar, your insulin continues to go up and your body doesn't know what to do with the excess insulin. So that's when you end up going into, that sugar fuzz that you get. So it's important for my body to readjust my insulin levels. It's important for my body to reacclimate what sugar actually is and where it comes from, and the good sugars versus the bad sugars, and the natural sugars versus the artificial sugars, and when my insulin needs to adjust for what I'm eating, okay? So that's where I'm at right now. I figured I would share that with you. It is a new year, right? So I suppose this is part of a new year resolution sort of thing, but this is a big deal. If you followed me and you've seen me in some of my older videos, I did go through this diabetic prevention. I think I brought it upon myself, right? What you think about comes about, and I was really concerned that I was going to become diabetic, and voila. So goes to show you what you want to be careful what you think about. But I'm very blessed that it's at a point, at a stage that I can fix it. I can get rid of it. And I'm really hoping that with the weight loss and the change of diet and all of that stuff, that I can eliminate some of like my Nexium that I take. Some of my thyroid medicine could go down. I could be fixing things that have been troublesome, including my migraines. I found out that my migraines, what happens is when the insulin keeps shooting up and the sugar goes down, it's triggering my migraines. So there you go. Lots of things have come to the surface, which is good. If it doesn't cure everything, that's fine. We'll figure it out. But I know that becoming healthier is the biggest part of what my doctor wants me to do. My heart monitor that I was using, we're believing that the heart flutter was coming from the excess sugar and that rush feeling. So we have to fix it. We've got to make it better. I have to become a healthier person. If that means in the meantime that I'm losing weight, perfect. I'm hoping that in June, when I go on our cruise, I might be at least a quarter less of a person. That would be awesome. We'll see how that works out. I'm determined to become healthier, and that's what matters, because I do not want to have diabetes. My father passed away from diabetes at the age of 56. We lived with him brittle, crucial diabetes for all of my life. I mean, I don't remember my dad ever being without diabetes. He used to have to give himself 4 insulin shots a day. He had to check his sugars multiple times a day. He actually would have low sugar and high sugar to the point where he was almost comatose once, and he had multiple insulin reactions throughout the time that I remember. And eventually it just disintegrated his organs. He ended up having a triple bypass, and in the end he had 3 consecutive heart attacks that killed him. So I do not want to be that. I am 11 years away from that age, and I will not die from diabetes. I will not have it be any part of my life, since half of my life has already been spent watching someone wither away because of what diabetes can do. So there's a lot of power behind that. There's a lot of passion behind that. I will not be there. And it's very much a wake-up call for your doctor to say, hey, look, you're there. If we don't change this, you're going to end up on medicine. You're going to end up taking insulin. You're going to end up being that person that has to check your sugars multiple times a day, and I won't go there. I refuse. I will not do it. So, whew. All right, guys. I just wanted to update you. Happy New Year, everyone. I know I did a couple videos from Cancun. I do have a montage of videos that I'm going to be putting together here pretty soon when I have an opportunity to edit it. So be looking for my official Cancun video. And I will see you guys all on the next video. Have an amazing day. Better yet, go make it an amazing day for somebody else. I'll see you guys later. Bye.